Pakistan has to be one of the most misunderstood countries in the world. It is also a gorgeous country and a truly fascinating one. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 8 fun facts about Pakistan that I'm willing to bet you didn't know about. If you're new here, hi, my name is Laura and I've spent the past few years traveling all over the world. In this channel, I typically share lots of travel vlogs, hidden gems, and travel information videos, so if that sounds like something you like, make sure you subscribe for more, and now let's go back into the video. So, did you know that Pakistan is home to some of the highest mountains in the world? There's 14 mountains in the world that are over 8,000 meters high, which are called the 14 peaks, and 5 of those peaks are actually in Pakistan. So those are K2, which is the second highest mountain in the world after Mount Everest, Nanga Parbat, Broad Peak, Gasherbrum 1, and Gasherbrum 2. Pakistan is also home to the 3 highest mountain ranges in the world, which are the Hindu Kush, the Karakoram, and the Himalayas, and they actually all meet at one point in Pakistan known as the 3-mountain junction, which you can find along the Karakoram Highway on the road that goes from Hunza to Skardu. It's a really cool place, and if you're ever in the region, if you're ever on this road, I really encourage you to stop to see this viewpoint of the 3-mountain junction because it's a really cool place, and it's also where the rivers Gilgit and Indus meet. And this leads me to the next fact, which is that the Indus River is actually home to one of the oldest and largest civilizations in the world, which was the Indus Valley Civilization. Going back to the Karakoram Highway though, did you know that it is the highest paved road in the world? So the Karakoram Highway, as the name suggests, goes through the Karakoram mountain range and it connects the countries of China and Pakistan, and it is also known as the China-Pakistan friendship since these two countries are very strong allies and China actually built part of this road. So the road starts in the city of Abbottabad in Pakistan, just north of Islamabad, and it ends in the city of Kashgar in the Xinjiang province of China. It is also very interesting because it follows part of the ancient Silk Road, which the Silk Road was a huge network of roads spanning entire continents, and it connected Asia and Europe, and it was used mainly by merchants for trade, but it also favored the expansion of certain religions such as Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, and it was incredibly important in ancient times and still today. The Karakoram Highway is also a very well-known tourist attraction since it stops at many very important tourist spots in Pakistan, specifically in places such as Hunza, Skardu, the valleys of Naran, Kagan, Babusar Top, Gojal Valley, the Kunjarab Pass, and many more. It's really the road that will take you all over northern Pakistan, the province of Gilgit-Baltistan, which is the most touristic region of the country. And since we're on the topic of high places, did you know that Pakistan also has the highest polo grounds in the world? So these grounds are located in Shandur, which is in northern Pakistan, right in between the provinces of Gilgit-Baltistan and KPK, and there's actually an annual polo festival which is celebrated here every summer, every July, which is known as the Shandur Polo Festival, and it's also a very important tourist attraction in the region, but also a place where lots of locals go since polo is a very important sport in northern Pakistan and in Central Asia in general. In fact, if you travel to certain places in Gilgit-Baltistan, places like Fairy Meadows, you may actually see lots of polo horses around, which are also used for tourists sometimes. They're very small horses, but very strong and mighty. So moving on to the next fact, which is fact number 6, I think. Did you know that Pakistan is the country with the most glaciers in the world outside of the polar regions? So without taking into consideration countries which are closer to the North or the South Pole, so outside of those polar regions, Pakistan has more glaciers than any other country in the world. In fact, if you travel north to Gilgit-Baltistan, you will see many of them right from the road, which is very impressive actually. But some of the most famous glaciers here are the glaciers of Rakaposhi, the Batura Glacier, Baltoro Glacier, Hispar Glacier, and due to its very unique political situation with India, the Siachen Glacier is also very famous. So moving away from Pakistan's incredible nature, let's talk a little bit about the country's culture and history, which is also incredibly interesting. So firstly, did you know that Pakistan, even though it is called the Islamic Republic of Pakistan and it is a majoritarily Muslim country, did you know that historically it has housed many religions, most notably Buddhism and Hinduism? So historically, Pakistan, or at least the area that we know as Pakistan today, because the country of Pakistan hasn't always existed as we know it today, and the borders haven't always been what they are as of right now, but this area historically has been very religiously diverse. And it was an area of great Buddhist influence back in the day. Places such as Taxila really come up to mind, which was a center of Buddhist learning, which was renowned in the whole area. You can still see the ruins of the ancient city of Taxila today, just outside of Islamabad, as well as many Buddhist stupas, ancient sculptures of the Buddha, Buddhist art, and many Buddhist artifacts. When it comes to Hinduism, there are also ancient Hindu temples in Pakistan, but there is still a very prominent Hindu minority in Pakistan as of today, so there's still temples that are functioning in the country. Some notable ones are the Sri Hinglaj Mata temple, which actually has a very large Hindu pilgrimage every year. Also the Umarkot Shiv Mandir temple, the Churya Jabal Durga Mata temple too. So I'm very sorry if I mispronounced any of these names, by the way. I did my best, but this is very difficult for me to pronounce, so I hope you can forgive me. You can also see lots of remnants of Buddhist and Hindu religion all over Pakistan in different historical sites, in places such as Altad and Baltad Fort and Hunza, where you can also see remnants of Tibetan culture actually, because this area is pretty close to Tibet. You can also see remnants of Hinduism in places such as the Lahore Fort in the city of Lahore in Punjab in Pakistan, and in many more places all over the country. So another very interesting fact about Pakistan is where the name Pakistan comes from. So the name Pakistan actually derives from two words, which are Pak, which is the Persian for holy, clean, or pure, and Istan derives from the Hindi word Ishtan, which simply means place. So basically Pakistan means place of the pure or place of the holy. Okay, but leaving aside Pakistan's ancient culture and ancient history, let's talk about culture and society in Pakistan today. And one of the most interesting facts about this country is that Pakistan's Eddie Foundation runs the world's largest volunteer ambulance service. And that is so striking to me because it must take so much work and effort and coordination to put this together. And it is a fact that I think is, I think it's truly admirable for Pakistan to hold this world record. And lastly, we are down to the last fact on this list, which is a bit more well known. I feel like you might know this fact, but did you know that the world's youngest Nobel laureate, Malala Yousafzai, is actually from Pakistan? So Malala was born and raised in the Swat Valley, which is located in the north of the country in the province of KPK, and it is actually a very prominent tourist region in Pakistan. Swat Valley is said to be a very, very beautiful region, and it is often called the Switzerland of Asia. She won her Nobel Peace Prize for promoting the rights of women and girls to learn and go to school and have an education in her home country of Pakistan, where girls' education can be a problem in some regions of the country for sure. And the fact that she promoted these rights in Pakistan actually came at great personal cost for her, since she was shot for promoting education rights for women and girls in the Swat Valley and in KPK. So I have huge respect and huge admiration for Malala. So this is the end of this video. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found Pakistan just as fascinating as I do. It is truly a super interesting country. And if you like this video, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you do all the things. It really helps me out when you do. And I will see you in the next video.